Good morning from New York. Today, rising above drama, your inner artist in a timeless dream, NDEs, and evolution to the skies. And of course, you're probably wondering, what in the world am I talking about? Yeah. Well, your inner artist is that perspective inside yourself that is the imaginer of all you imagine. And in this dream of imagination, it can see, it can imagine your entire dramatic timeline, like a story or a movie that's taking place, um, vicariously enjoying the story or the movie, um, but calling to you to make it more meaningful by being the hero of love in that story and that or that movie. It rests in a timeless space, in a sense, because it's watching your past, your present, and your future. It's up above it. Now, in when you're having a lot of drama, there's this. You need to get a perspective that's where you're safe, where you're not touched by that drama, in order to observe it and even enjoy it. So that's a very key element in the true path of the mystic. That you can do that. You hear people say, "I have a vision." Yeah. Well, those visions come from your inner artist. The imaginer. Yeah, I created that word. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Maybe it's been created before. It's not in the dictionary, of course. I think it has a space. And, yeah. So, it's a safe place from which you can vicariously enjoy your story of your life, appreciate it, watch it without being absorbed by it. So that you have your drama, but your drama doesn't have you. Now, the kid in you is in that drama. It's the main character of your life, your story, and it can choose with the right communications to be the hero in that story. In this mythology, it's the artist is like I forget what the famous mythologist called it. It's the magic, anyway, and just like, well, in the movie, in the story, the book, where this little, Frodo was a hero. He had the wizard who helped him, you know. Someone a little more powerful, little above the fray, helping him out through his journey and appreciating his journey. In the story, it's just you know, he had the power, but he couldn't carry the ring. The ring was the drama, was the opportunity of Frodo to be the hero. Of course, he would not carry the ring because he's above the drama. He's the magic, the imaginer of all you imagine in that story. So it's the same with yourself. You carry the ring. You are the main character, and you're being called to your mystic journey, to your whoa, to your bliss. When you're in connection with the timeless artist, and you know, having that perspective, that's you're following your bliss, which the great Joseph Campbell, the mythologist, said. You know, follow your bliss. You're following the artist. You're following your bliss, and even the yogis say, you know, so everything comes from bliss. Everything returns to bliss. Very interesting, and a segue into NDEs, where the trauma is so great, either from G's in a plane or whatever, the brain, everything is threatened. You want to get above or outside of that trauma. And so the mind creates a safe perspective. It becomes the artist. It becomes the magic. And of course, in NDEs, there are things that they say are paranormal, and arguments that seem to show that it's not necessarily so at times. Neil deGrasse Tyson puts it down because in the experiments they did, those who thought that they left their body could not see and tell anybody what was on a sign that was placed above their ability to see it naturally. But we don't really understand paranormal vision. That paranormal vision may be quite separate from just the notion that you are outside of the body and outside of that trauma, which is kind of daylight dream if you're doing it and you're not having a near-death experience. It's kind of like, I call it a daylight dream. But you're up above, right? Because that's where the drama is. That's where the trauma is. So you see yourself above the body, you know. And being above the body, that is the next segue. Evolution to the skies. There's, I believe, you know, life basically originated in the oceans. And to get above the drama, the threat of predators, creatures started to adapt to the land, you know, which is kind of up above the surface of the water. And again, to escape predators, up to the trees, and then to the skies. So in a sense, there's the path of evolution that took life to the skies is and that urge that we have to venture above and beyond our situation has a parallel. We may feel that way because it's part of evolution. It's part of the pattern of life itself. And so, not only to the skies where the birds fly, but to the skies where the stars shine. And so we are a species that, in our evolution, it may be, our destiny at least to try to live off planet. Yeah. I have expressed a good deal of material here. I think, I hope you're following what I'm saying. Now, the magic you, the imaginer, the inner artist, creates how we see the drama and how we see ourselves. It imagines who we are, and it can change it. You can be reimagined. Your situation can be reimagined. And since it's above your dramatic timeline, your artist wants to help you out, right? To make it give you a comfort zone in which to be able to play this role of a hero. So, all right, you have to be in a larger, I call it like a time bubble, or it's where your sense of the present, a safe present, encompasses a safe past to view and experience, and a safe future to imagine and experience. So, as you grow, as you do personal growth, you're increasing that, and it is the magic self, the imaginer of all you imagine, that enters into your past and sets up a safe place, which is compassionate empathy. And it extends into and puts a safe place into your future as your objective empathy, your inner counselor, your inner caregiver sets up a safe position in the past, something to help you feel and experience the past safely and experience the future safely with objectivity, which has the power to predict. So these two could be seen as arms of your inner artist reaching into your timeline, or as Gandalf helped Frodo, helping him to have eyes into what's coming, and from his sense of safety about moving forward for Frodo, and a sense of safety in understanding, the past and grasping it. So Gandalf helps Frodo in his journey. So there goes your notion of a personal God. Just to add another fold to this. And, in your inner artist is your picture of a higher power, kind of, so kind of, sort of, right? The imaginer of all you imagine. Yeah, it's a higher power. It's magic. So that might be your vision of that, your inner Gandalf, is a kind of how you see the supreme reality that is in control of everything. The ultimate algorithm. This this connection, when people think that it does, your magic doesn't help you with the past and the future. It doesn't. Your magic self, your higher power, your imaginer of all you imagine, cannot reach into your life and help. That vision of the higher power is a vision of God, in a sense, that just set everything in motion, and that's it. Doesn't interfere. The interesting thing, though, that Krishna said, speaking, prophetically, I guess, as a voice of God, says, I am equal to everyone. I feel the same. Everybody. No special feeling there at all. So, but it gives an exception, and it goes, but the one who is a friend to me, this is the inner artist, the voice of the inner artist, remember, I am a friend to that person. So, the God that doesn't involve himself, it's neutral, but contactable. You can contact. Did I create another word? All right. You can contact and have a relationship with this inner artist. That's quite a lot to think about. But you can see how this pattern that I talk about, that is my view of expanding empathy and awareness, can have a story to tell about, and an explanation for many things that we experience. Later today, this afternoon, there will be a Zoom recording that will involve at least two people. and perhaps some that will only attend to help decide what's going to be discussed and talked about. But there will be at least two in the discussion that we publish. Now, if you subscribe to the channel, then eventually we're gonna you notify us that you're interested in the text. If you comment and say, "Well, I want to be in a future Zoom call," then if you have subscribed, then we're going to invite you if you'd like to, and you can be in the part that we do just to discuss what we're going to talk about, or you can be in the published version, the video that we upload to the channel. This afternoon, longtime fellow mystic and friend will be there. As you may have noticed, we believe that the philosophy of empathy and awareness is in expanding it, being a good thing. Too many ums there. That well, I'm having a wave of tiredness. I got up very early, and I'm not a morning person, but this is when I, usually have time. So, yeah. So you can go to the start to say you can be involved with what's going to be said and what the title will be, without being in the video itself, and or you can be in the video itself and join the discussion that would be published. If you are an expert in any field, we certainly would love to have you. And we do think that this philosophy impacts politics, because basically in a democracy we should be choosing people who are more empathetic and aware. And they make arguments about that. So, yeah, and even this whole pattern I've talked about, it relates to virtues, basic virtues. It, talks about, it helps you understand 3-generation family roles, and even the basic institutions that we see in democracies, most democracies anyway. So that kind of wraps it up. I'm going to give you my Irish blessing before I fade away, start snoring on you. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain falls soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand, or her hand, or its hand, however you see the source of ultimate love. And I always like to leave with the statement of Karl Marx and a greeting and goodbye used in India that means the same thing, more or less. The great physicist Carl Sagan said, "We are the universe knowing itself." Just imagine that. And life forms around the universe knowing itself. And so, as a greeting or as a goodbye, to honor that fact, the statement, Namaste, is very appropriate. It honors the wonder that you are, and that we all are, and extends a sense of joining, a sense of oneness, which love creates. Namaste.